Evening all, how are we doing? Ooh, forgot a button. That one. Ooh. And we're getting on. Cut things a little finer than I expected to tonight, but there we go. Sort my life out a bit. Got a label giving me some jip. There we go. Possibly. How's everybody doing this fine Friday evening? Chill out, play a bit of Fallout, hang out, have good times, all that good stuff. Ready to jump in? Oh dear. But we gotta wait on Bethesda Net Launcher to do stuff, because I knew I always forget something. In this case, make sure everything's updated. We're all getting hyped for Wastelanders. Lots of interesting, cool stuff coming out of PAX last weekend. And an overview of it and a few more details given via the blog post the other day. That's a bit much. Hang on. There we are. What is going on here? That'll do it, I think. Place. We'll manage. There you can actually sit on the reverse angle there. How's my camera look? Okay. Still needs a bit of work, but... Here it's white balance. It'll get there. But then we'll just have to deal with it looking a bit wonky. Dates left, right and centre come in. Gotta head downtown. Well, nice to you drop in anyway, Citizen. Hope you're well. Hope your trip into town goes well. Type of hair, rainbow colours that stand out. Yeah, that's definitely true. Way too much work to dye my hair a bit when I was about 17. Many moons ago, but yeah. Overall laziness just kicked in and that did not last. I like to think I'm just too chill for the effort. Download faster. I know it's only 10 seconds, but I'm running out of patience now. Come on! Gather we have some cool stuff in the Atomic Shop at the moment. I have to pick some up. Not ideal doing that on stream, but able to work around that. Do it anyway. Evening Noel, how you doing? Did a thing. Darth Ninja, yeah. Given the way he's been behaving lately, I'm not in a tearing rush to have anything in common with Ninja, to be honest. Rolled over to get out of bed today, stretched, and then just popped the middle of my back, just between my shoulder blades out, and now it is absolutely killing me, which is not fun. I hope I don't jump at anything today. Freebies. Deal with that in a moment. That bun, I want that bun. No, not that bun. Bloody hell. Move stuff around now, can't find the buttons. There we go. Working actually, that's cool. Tweaked a few things on my Stream Deck as well, so it's all a bit weird. Gonna do, that's what I was gonna do. Yeah, not doing so bad, thanks, Noel. Glad to hear you well. That off. Hopefully I don't get dealt with But with copyright issues, sometimes some of the music in the game can be a bit of a pain. Got a random copyright claim on a stream from like 18 months ago the other day. That's a big deal though, just muted that section. Not that anybody's watching streams from 18 months ago, but anyway. Alright, okay, I think I can live with that. Hardly optimal, but we can work with that. Right, so I'm going to do a thing and then we'll switch over to the game screen. Evening, Jacko, you alright? Don't do anything I don't want you to do when I do this. Switch while this starts blowing up in my face. Yeah. Oh, nice, good, it has worked. Wonderful. Yeah, it's good to be live again. I've been a bit, what's the phrase I'm looking for? Inconsistent, I suppose. Been a bit all over the place in the last couple of weeks. Try and get back into a rhythm. Not fun. Cool. So, let's have a look at the cool stuff in the new Atomic Shop. Brognac Try Brog. Already interested in that. Not enough flooring options at the moment. Oh, Grognak Hero Icon's nice. That's really, really nice. More stuff like that would be cool. Weak. Ooh, that's cool. Get up the old Diamond City vibes. Bowling ball. What is that? Oh, it's a loot bag. Papers. Some of those aren't bad. It's hardly problematic because I think my all my atoms are about to disappear from the look of this. What on earth is that? Grognak's axe with a new look. I don't think I really want to go down that road. That's a bit weird. Mascot outfit. That's utterly disturbing. For a limited time. Unstoppable's outfit bundle. Ooh. Already got the ones I want out of that, but that's still quite cool. Plushie. I should get more things like the plushies, really, just so I can have a few more options to decorate my camps with, really. Ooh, 90% off some dons, that's quite cool. Get them down to 5 atoms, that's actually kind of more what I'd want to pay rather than 50. Again, Grognak Battle Mace, now that is pretty cool. I might have to pick that up. That is a really, really cool skin. Super stage one, okay. That is one of the cooler ones I've seen in a while, actually. Jump into any apparel really right now. The Empire suit is cool if you want to go Raider, but not the kind of Raider thing I really want to do. Always a good move, dude. From what I know of other people who've given up smoking, the first few weeks are pretty grotty from what they've told me. Friends of mine. And it settles down once you get a bit more used to it and start recovering. I did read something actually in the news about just how much of an impact you'll find over the first couple of weeks, so generally a good thing. Now we've got something that's free, but let's have a hunt around and find out what that actually is. Grognak posters. Glad I got those. Those will be handy at some point. Down here than that one, that. Horrible, so I'm not going to be doing that. But it is on offer, so there is that. That plushie. I want that rug. I definitely want that rug. But I also kind of like the look of the throne, so I want to see what the deal with that is. There's an outfit as well, from what I understand, but I haven't seen either one of those yet. Oh yeah, some wallpapers. Bothered about the fishing wallpaper, but the green one's actually quite nice, so it's a maybe. Demo, could always use a few more of those. Emotes. That's why I've been wondering why some of my emotes weren't showing up. It's because they haven't been equipped, apparently. Don't want to use that one, but I have them all equipped anyway. $50. Some of these cheapo ones that are on offer. Perfect. Evening, c.a.m.p. Lord, how you doing? Hope you're well. Yeah, some of the wallpapers are pretty good. I've got quite a lot of them to find the occasion to use some of them. I'll try some of them out. Those 5 cap ones anyway. Oh, there they are. Nice. Ow. Couple of weeks out, we'll have free utility items, I think, in Atomic Shop. There's an offer coming up, according to the community roadmap thing they showed at PAX last weekend and yesterday in the blog post. Grognak Hero Bundle. So we've got new Grognak outfit, looking very much like Conan, which is very, very cool. Pretty cool. The bare chest thing I'm not entirely sold on, but the rest of it's quite cool. So, costume, headband, battle mace, throne, battle cry. See what that is. Guessing it's a pose, and the hero icon. That throne is absurd, but I love it. You know what, that's sufficiently cool, I'm actually going to do it. Sneeze like crazy in a minute, anyway. I don't think it included the rug though, did it? Oh, we're good. Trick, no, it didn't include the rug. Okay. That is very, very nice as well. Yeah, sounds like a good night. I'm not hugely surprised by that, to be honest, but yeah, it's good to hear, nonetheless. First wallpaper. That's going to be painful on the eyes, but quite cool nonetheless. But look at some of this camp stuff again. Bothered about the posters, I don't think. Even this one. Ah, damn it. I think there was something I was going to do. Got a few more new tunes I've downloaded that I was going to drop into playlists, but I've forgotten to do it. Next time. Post-it note to remind myself to do it. But I should read the post-it note from this angle, that's the problem. It's a stretch to reach when you've just knackered your back. Couple of plushies, just so I've got a couple of things to scatter around in future. No, not that one. If they're on offer, I'm not gonna crazy on the prices on them, but Try that green wallpaper out. I don't really want to get both of them. I don't really want to pay for them either. It's only 3 days though, so I might as well grab it while I've got the chance. Bit frustrating, but hey. Green monster, there we go. Featured, I'm sure I saw that. Drognet 300, that's probably pushing it. Big Doctor Mask is quite cool. One day offer on a photo frame there. Oh, an Unstoppable's photo frame, there's the freebie. Okay, that'll about do it, I think. Silver Shroud one's alright. There's quite a few good plushies to be fair, but it's yeah. I don't really want to shell out vast amounts for them, but having a few more bits and pieces just to scatter around would be nice. Stuck on what I want to build next, to be honest, at the moment. Think. Go through some of my lists, maybe. Ideas scattered around all over the place, but not nearly tidily and well organised enough. Oh yeah, in other cool news that you probably totally don't care about, YouTube have finally updated their live dashboard, so I can put it on a portrait orientated monitor. I can still see the chat. I can move it sideways now and it resizes automatically to fit, which it wasn't doing in the past. That was extremely annoying. I had to have like half a dozen different windows open all over the place. Now I've only got 3 windows open, which is way better. Anyway. So, I want to move my camp today because this spot has severe drawbacks. And just make sure I'm not going to get assaulted viciously. Seem to be okay. Turret doesn't seem to like me very much, but I'm sure I'll figure stuff out in a bit. And I want to start gathering some stuff to build more, to make more bullets with. Evening, Gentigo. How you doing? So, yeah, and we need to get a few more levels, ideally. Oh, I need to do that. Okay, so that's on the to-do list as well. Before, location I was thinking about building, wasn't it? Before I push on towards the top of the world. Any things to do? So, sure. All scrapped out. Right, need some food and drink. No. Do that. Few days off and I forget what the controls are. Drinks. I would like to get more cranberries and stuff like that. Might do that first. Maybe think about places I can grab a few levels. What level actually am I right now? 19, so 4 more would be ideal, but it will cope even if I'm under leveled. But and I need to think about picking up 45 ammo, so there'll be plenty of opportunities to do that on the way to the top of the world, but also want to find some places where I can get gunpowder and... well, realistically, I can make gunpowder from acid and cloth, I think, can't I? Look. From the chemistry workbench, isn't it? That's what I need. Let's free up some room in my stash doing this. Yeah, acid and cloth I need. On that, I need steel, acid, and cloth. Those are the big things. Possibly lead as well. So you birch. That before long anyway. Yeah, that's always worth tagging for search. Tag all the valuable things. Tagging that. Okay. I think we can get further with the Overseer quest for new content. I don't know if Wastelander's going to have anything to do with the Overseer or finding out anything more about what she's been up to, but you never know. But there are updates to it, and you will still be able to continue the story. Not going to prevent you from doing that. In fact, you should have an even better version of the existing main quest that currently exists in the game. It's always good. Probably more gunpowder than I can shake a stick at, so... I haven't got enough steel to make bullets with right now, but... That's the big thing. Steel and lead. So... places to get steel and lead. Pretty much anywhere. I want to head up to Aaronholt Homestead, which is just about as far from here as I can get. Apart from the top of the mire, maybe. But we can possibly go to and check out. Right. That. Bounce over to 6. Evening, Boda. How you doing? I don't think we're going to get any changes to the amount of points you're getting put into your special or the level of weapons, certainly with the launch of Wastelanders. Yeah, I can't wait for it either myself. I'm pretty sure that's not what they're going to do. They have said they're going to be doing balance passes and legendary perks and stuff like that, so I suspect that's more what we're going to see in that kind of a vein. Better. Well, we're playing in first person much over the last couple of weeks and everything's a bit weird now back in it. But yeah, the balance passes that are coming will be a massive overhaul to all sorts of things, including one wasteland approach that they're looking at, which is going to involve the ability to go anywhere, anytime, and still encounter a appropriate challenge for your level. So it doesn't matter if you wind up in the Cranberry Bog at level 10, you'll still be fine. It'll be challenging, but you'll be fine. And it's also supposed to account for groups and other players who are hanging around, so if you're there and there's a bunch of other players who are way higher level than you, it should kind of compensate for both groups. How exactly they're going to do that, I don't know. But that won't be happening before certainly the end of the summer. Same thing with legendary perks, I should imagine. But it should be cool when it happens. Now we're getting new weapons with Wastelanders. Always be cool. My current plan, my particular front, is get this guy up to a level where he can pursue the raider line. Oh, I tagged him. And he seems to be fine again. Yeah, get this guy up to the level where he can pursue the raider side of things. Preferably as a higher level character. Have that experience. And then start a new one for the settler side of things. And go down the new weapons and explore the whole archery thing. Which is definitely something I want to do. That's sort of my long-term, well, long-term-ish, next few months plan. It'll be fun. From what they said at PAX, certainly with the test server, the majority of people have gone settlers over raiders, which makes me think the same will probably continue once Wastelanders goes live. Seems likely anyway. So I kind of want to do both, but I might lean towards doing the raiders first, if only because, you know, if most people are going the other way, it'd be different. They'll be doing both, but most of it and all that. Really hope they do something about the frame rates with Wastelanders, because poor eyeballs. Don't suppose it make a vast amount of difference to you guys, because as long as I'm over 60, then you're just getting the best you can get, but so much for me, especially when I've been playing other games on the side that have better frame rates. Not that it's ever been Bethesda's strong suit, really, but nonetheless. So, let's take a run around here and see if I can find any junk that might be handy for making bullets with. And, crikey, this is actually kind of killing my eyeballs. Oh. I don't know if it is just the frames or there's something else about the game that's just a little hard on the eyes, but mildly frustrating. I don't know why I bothered picking that up. And actually find something worth fighting there, more to the point, when you return to the forest area. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking it's a good idea. They pulled it off very well in ESO, but that is a whole other development studio though, so... But, being under the same roof, not the same roof exactly, but yeah, the same... being different subsidiaries of the same overall company, who knows, they might be... I assume they'll talk to each other. Certainly makes sense. Less hard on the eyes if I... Might just be field of view that's a slight issue. Might think about that. It's me being shot at. Yeah, that sounds about right. How are you doing, Christopher? Evening, Stella. Hope you're well. Everybody having fun? I could actually take that banjo. May not break down very easily. Is Wastelanders being released at the same time on all platforms? Yes. The current plan, anyway. Unless something goes royally belly up, which I wouldn't imagine will happen at this stage. They'd have found that out by now, so. Coming out on all platforms, and the Steam release happens on the same day as well. Excuse me. It's all happening simultaneously. Exactly what point in time that simultaneous occurrence will be is a slightly different matter, but whether or not, it's sort of midnight, and if it's midnight, or midnight where, and all that stuff. Saying that, it probably won't be a midnight release because they'll have to release a patch for it. So chances are it'll be a maintenance period during the daytime in the UK, evening in the morning in the US. And that's where they'll launch it. Kinda hoping that they pull something off with Wastelanders that ESO has recently done. It's a bit of a long shot hope, but that's they recently released a massive patch for that game that basically involved re-downloading the whole game, which is not ideal. But the bright side about it is that future patch sizes have been massively reduced. What I understand, there's similar sort of patch sizes to we have in Fallout. So it'd be really, really cool if they can find out how the team at ZeniMax Online pulled that off. Expire, thank you. And hopefully implement something similar themselves. Stuff I didn't want there. Toilet paper, that's cloth, isn't it? Good thing to make toilet paper out of, but reality versus game mechanics and all that good stuff. Updates are always when you have time off. That sounds about right. I always find that they release things I'm particularly keen to make videos on right when I have to go to work, so that's kind of maddening for me as well. Good doggy. You wet. Fine, run off, that's fine. I have no problem with that at all. Somewhat cucumbered. Know where I'm going next, eh? And get rid of all this stuff. Yep. Pounds. Flavor encumbered. Let's stack it is then. Camp. Do we want to head back to camp, or do we want to head somewhere else? Yeah, we'll head back to camp and then we'll see what we pull out of the ash heap in a minute. Oh, thanks, Ed. Glad you're enjoying it. It's a good fun series to make as well. From an editing standpoint, not the hardest series I make either, so there's always a bonus. Might be a bit of a faff to get it recorded, but... This... Why... God damn it. This is why I want to move my camp location. The bloody wolf in me wedged in my weapons workbench. Oh, look at that mess. Bulk. Surprised I can't bulk a bit more down, actually. Bits to sell. I've actually been vaguely toying with the idea of whether or not to pick up Fallout First recently. Mostly because I'm wondering is about the scrap box. Having more space in my stash for that sort of thing, and also putting things in like display cases will be a lot easier if I can just put the things I want in display cases into my stash and everything else into my scrap box. Just make organising that sort of thing easier. But it kind of hangs on whether or not the other rewards are worthwhile. As it currently stands, we're going to come over and loop around this way a bit, are we? That way. That will come through here. As it currently stands, most of the things in Fallout First don't, or as far as I'm aware, don't massively seem like they're worth the expenditure. But, and with the Wastelanders coming out and the instancing and all of that, private worlds are kind of, at least from my point of view, relatively redundant. So, let's see. Stick my right, I want to head that way. Straight on, actually. Both ways, really. Over this way, put Lewisburg and stuff on the map. Trees petering out there as you head into the edge of the ash heap. That's quite cool. Now, what I need to look into on whether or not it's really worthwhile is sort of what monthly things they're doing. I mean, other than you obviously get your monthly grant of items, which is not a bad thing. Whether or not the other stuff is really worth it, and whether or not they're putting enough other monthly stuff into it. I actually watched this morning a nearly hour-and-a-half long podcast with Pete Hines on it. It was very, very interesting. Didn't really add anything new, but sort of an insight into his headspace was quite interesting. over on YouTube. It was quite a good little video. He's not leaning towards revealing anything we don't already know, so at least not at the current juncture, but it talked a bit about E3 this year, which sort of didn't say what's going to be there, but yeah, we can kind of read between the lines of what he did and didn't say. Sure is well aware of. All in all, that should be a good one this summer. There's a lot of good stuff lined up. It sounds like we're going to get more information on Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo and some other bits and pieces as well. There's going to be DLC for Doom Eternal. I would imagine that's where we'll hear about it. I'd be surprised if there wasn't, but you never know. Should be able to do Fast Snack this year. As far as I know right now, there's nothing unusual between me and doing Fast Snacks. House falls down around my ears or something. Vito blows up. Please don't blow up. Shouldn't do. It's reasonably deep. But yeah, it's going to be May this year. I pushed it back a little bit. Have the added bonus in that you don't actually have to wait so long for it next year. But I imagine they'll go back to the regular schedule on that then. Short of something else coming up anyway. Yeah, it should be good fun to do. A little bit surprised, to be honest, at some of the things they're holding back on with... over there. We'll head over to Lewisburg and then we'll double back. Yeah, some of the things are holding back with the launch of Wastelanders. It's like there's only 2 events and a lot of new and cool things, but we've have expected more things in some areas. But there was another one, there was. Crikey. Took his time to die, that fella. Nonetheless, I'm sure it'll be good fun. I'm sure they've got a lot more lined up for the months afterwards. Back to regular updates would be cool as well. Very much looking forward to finding out about some of the other factions and exploring and basically seeing a whole new wasteland in a way. Definitely need to do some Wastelanders type content, or prepped for stuff geared towards new people coming into the game about that time as well. Bear in mind, I'll have to do some planning on that front. New things coming up. Anybody else catch the Baldur's Gate free gameplay reveal at PAX last week? That looks very, very cool. Definitely hyped for that as well. Look quite different to the old Baldur's Gate games, but 20 years later and moving the story on 100 years, it's not really surprising. Evening Farah, how you doing? Hey, chubs. Quisberg on the map. Don't know that it's going to be really worth rushing through here for scrap though. I'm not sure it's the best place for that. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. You ever touch the wire from a mouse? So, let's bomb down the road and what's over here I want to find. And there's a few bits in here might be worth a look. Still got feed effective, so that's cool. Army cobbler, okay. Looking at sort of the footage from Baldur's Gate 3 reveal, or the gameplay reveal, it's definitely got Larian stamped all over it, which is, I suppose, not surprising. Things have changed from 2 to 3, but then again, it's going to be massively different anyway. You know, in the 20 years since that game came out, we've gone on from using the AD&D 2nd edition rule set to like the 5th edition. That's the current edition, I think it is. So it's base Dungeons and Dragons game that's built around has evolved a lot since then. So, the sound of it, they've ported a heck of a lot of the mechanics straight out of modern D&D into the game, and then they're tweaking it from there, which is an interesting approach. Should be pretty cool. Campfire there. Not been through in a while. Yeah, splitting it into 2 parts and changing the levels and stuff and tweaking the layout of it. Quite cool. Cool. Trying for that. Acid in it or not? Get up there, and is it worth bothering to try? Stuff up there. Oh, mole miners. Oh, not that. No problem. Good if I could see, anyway. Go down, dummy. Can't even see this dude. Way too well camouflaged. Did not get him that time. Wait! Yet. Really? Don't have a lot of skill in pistols, really. I'm just kind of fighting against the game mechanics a little bit there. When I heard another one. Go over here a shot. It's looking suspiciously like a rock. Did hear another one. Always over there anyway, it's okay. Go! Sit down! Pick up a pump action shotgun, I think I did, didn't I? Gears protected you from lung disease. Problem with that? In a minute, dude. But turn the music down. Yeah, I knows. Right, we should have some music back in a moment. Making a video, but answer my own question, but really? God damn it. There we go. More effective that time. Is that a corpse up? Yep, that's a corpse. I'm wondering whether or not I should take the shotgun, scrap them for materials, actually. Wind up with a lot of fertilizer, I mean, of it. It'll include power armor. Clean, apparently, but so hopefully it's got a workbench, but it has got a workbench, which is cool. It's got two, in fact. Now, I think we can enter the burning mine either somewhere up here. Yes. Just down below, I was going to say, but that'll do. Actually regretted my decision there. Not pick this up, shall we? Ooh. Bad man. Been in here, it was a long time ago. Ah, but that's not really going to help me very much, is it? Ow. I wasn't the most responsive chap around. I am. Absolutely no idea what I'm walking to because I haven't got my lights on. Oh, I'm walking into something there. Quite a difference. Glowy green light coming from a Pip-Boy. Hut. Somewhere. Yeah. That way. I don't think I'm going to try and go the other way because there's a lot of fire that way. A lot of fire that way, oh. Grab some of this because carry weight thing is not ideal. A lot of my food's about to start rotting, so that's a dead end. Come back. But yep, doesn't look much like. Calm down. Where it came in, wasn't it? That was the dead end. Be an exit over there, so let's go ahead and see what's up here then. Completely forgotten about this location. I think I have been here before, but forever ago. A lot more intimidating than I recall. Damn. And now I need some lights. Just go harder on the coffin now. Some of that, buddy. He was coming at me from behind as well, which is not good. Appears to have burnt himself to death though, so that's kind of fine. All of that stuff is just standing in the flames and burning himself to death. What you want to do when you've been mocking a mole miner for doing the same thing. That's over here. Pretty curious about what they're going to do post-Wastelanders to overhaul the camp building system as well. They have said they're going to be doing something. Pretty combat rifle. But also, judging by how vague said was, really be a while. So, good to know significant changes are planned and upgrades and stuff. They did mention that they want to look into increasing build budgets and such like, which is always cool. Evening, Lee. Of course, want to do it and actually being able to do it, not necessarily the same thing, but... Alright, so before we carry on up here, let's head downstairs and see where that goes. Hello. Not being a strength build, I run out of carry capacity that much quicker. Oh well. Something else I hope this upcoming balance change fixes, apart from, you know, making more builds viable and trying to people an incentive to do other things. So not very much down here apparently. Yeah, giving people an incentive to do other things, because the meta surrounding the game at the minute is more than a little bit stale. I'd like to see a change to that. I know they've been trying to do that through some of the themed Atomic Shop stuff, but I forgot where I was going with that thought. Yep, totally lost my thread there. That'll come back to me. Although that is definitely something I'd like to see them do. Right now the bloodied build and melee seem to be the two big things, and a right lot of anything else, so some more options would be really nice. Viable. Challenging. Hit doggos, but I don't see doggos. Oh, okay, now I do. You just spot when they set themselves on fire first. Quiet in here. We're up there, there's an exit, okay. And dead end, maybe with stuff in it. Load of hard hats. Surprisingly no mining hats in here. Plasma grenades though. Not quite sure whether using plasma grenades to mine with, but say whatever works, but I'm pretty sure vaporizing the ore is not really the way to go. Okay. Buying move. I think I want to use that. We'll take a look at it in a bit. Kind of a maze. More so than some of the locations. Shotgun. Prime example of something I'd like to see improved. Laser weapons, stuff like that. Body next to some rat poison and More picture of his dog from the look of it. Hear the dog running around. I didn't want the Salisbury steak. Ignoring my mouse input. That doesn't sound like a dog. Fine. That sounds like a dog again. Ooh, nice. Bucket with a fusion core in it. Nice to get an unexpected surprise, or something like that. Yeah. Grognake emotes of War Scream. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Is it an actual emote then? See if I've got it available. I have just bought that pack, so pretty fitting for this character, but there's some cool stuff in it. All in all, it is cooler packs I've seen in a while, actually. Equipped, actually. Equipped. But oh dear. Gotcha, boys. Wildly unsuccessful. Hello, is this the exit? So I'm assuming there's not much this way. Amen, possibly. Oh. Come on. And your action points and you're carrying half the world in your backpack. Just keep moving. Get it, but action points, not my favourite thing. Yes, Madigan does look interesting. Although if, was it, I think it was Nate Perkypile, the lead artist, mentioned it's just about the most expensive weapon to fire in the game, which I find quite easy to believe. Cool, eh? But the button I wanted to press, but anyway. A lot of goodies there, but at least I can... No, I'm still over encumbered again. That was interesting. Yeah, it did look good. I'm looking forward to the archery myself, I have to admit. A lot of people were excited for the plasma caster from what I understand as well, which is cool. Not a weapon I've ever really used, that one, but if they can get plasma and laser weapons up to a point where they're kind of fun and worth using, certainly be a good thing. A bit pointless at the moment. Bounce back to my camp actually, but different encumbrance have I got? Start, I suppose. Better. Need. As far as I can find something else that's a bit heavier to actually drop. Upper chest space gives me ballistic protection, more protection against everything else, including radiation, which is interesting. Moment, lightweight polished metal. Weightless. Pity, because the trapper stuff's quite cool, it's just not very good. Oh, now I can bounce around. Let's zip. People hanging out here. Around the corner from me. Somewhere up there. What they're up to. It's not very pleasant to say the least. There's hang on. Really got to move my camp. Fire off. F off. Yeah. Jeff Garner described it as a torture method. It's more of just a really, really nasty way to kill somebody. As torture would imply a certain amount of surviving long enough to talk, whereas with Blood Eagle, that's not really a thing. Not a whole lot of surviving involved in it. Dying in agony, yeah, plenty of that, but... plan, I think. required that much rubber, actually. Bullets, I think. Right. I see they're doing encrypted. That explains an awful lot. Love to, not with a character at level 10 or whatever I am. Bloody scorched. Yeah, I'm really not.
Alright, listen up, agents. If you're hearing this, that means I left unfinished business for you.
Okay,
That don't sit well with me. You've just initiated the recall process for a rogue assaultron. A tough one. This thing's got a shield so strong, hardly anything will dent it. But I have just the solution for that. There are 3 pylons set up around the area. Starting one of these up makes you a conduit.
You a silly
Long story
bugger.
short, that means you're full of juice. Juice that pumps from you right into that robot shield. You'll need all 3 active to down it. Good luck. Hope you fare better than I did.
Not too likely. I suspect he died the same way the rest of us do when they do that, which generally involves the fact that making yourself into a conduit just saps your health. Particularly appealing prospect, personally. Opinion? Yeah, people doing stuff like this is just about. Head up to Mount Blair and finish off the Overseer's journey home. Well, personal matters. Basically the last bit of business we've got down there for now until we hit level 35, is it? 35? One or the other. Whichever one it is you start getting excavator power armor at. 25, I think. Batter. Nest. Got you. Another one, I can see him. Legs anyway. Well, wherever you are. Get down then. Huh? Ambient sounds disappeared. But if it's going to over and come with me, I won't bother. Worth having for the sake of breaking it down. Done, I'll do the job. Good to see the old field sound bug is back again from presumably the new patch. Oh, hello. Tagged him. That time. My foot surface does make it a tad more difficult. Hear him slobbering around now. Slobbering around out there. You know my teeth. Picked up a disease. Who from that dirty guy? Which is certainly annoying. I haven't built a Wolverine character yet. We'll make that the... Well, I did try and warn you, dude. Oh, hello. That's rather cool. Yeah. Particularly surprised you want to see it, though. Fucking ditch. How much am I over? £1. Okay. Of course, you're now going to have the FBI looking up your search history, wondering what the hell you're looking this stuff up for, and whether or not you're about to commit some kind of cult murder or something. So you've got that to look forward to now, Scarinod. Remember, if somebody knocks on the front door, climbing out the back window won't work. The wolf flailing around out there. Even that's what it is. Yep, there he is. You get his body snapping off, but well, for all up, nearly forgotten what I came back for. Yeah, getting in the right section might help. Going to be a raider kit. I need the left arm and left leg apparently. T60, for which I need right arm, right leg, head. Alright, so grab that. Kidding me? The thing about it doesn't actually matter because I'm going to need an extra power armor frame anyway. So go collect this one. I am not over encumbered, you. Possibly be over encumbered. Give it a long slide trip back though. Yes, the question you got wrong at last week's pub quiz. I can see that almost working, possibly, to be honest with you. Yeah, it would be an odd quiz, that one. Though I've heard some pretty weird questions on pub quizzes before now, so... Really want that, but, you know. Joking there about somebody blowing them. Not go there, that's just too grim. All aboard! Also, but the two will be better than the other. Good. Where's the other one? Guaranteed. Also is level 40. Blue is 40. Okay, fair enough. Scrap one of them. Can't pick any of them up now. I'm just going to leave them there while I run off. Back to being over encumbered again though. I don't even think I picked up anything that weighs anything. I'm not over encumbered, it's just thinks I am. I recognise this place. Ooh, somebody's launched a nuke.
Attention,
Evening,
citizens.
dude. How you doing?
Nuclear strike imminent.
Not been playing much.
Please exit the area
Price
at
is
your
that?
earliest convenience.
But I
Thank
can't
you
talk.
for
I
your
haven't played quite as much as I
cooperation.
used to. Do? Combination of those two words. About to end up with large piles of regrets, aren't I? To head back to camp the slope. I seem to have sunk through the earth. Well, there's a new one. Now I'm adding £10 at a time. This is problematic. Not even fast travel out either. Oh wait, yeah I can. If it's going to let me do it, let's do it. Didn't think it would, but... Not complaining. Right. Forty, 40, 40. Exactly the same then. So I need a right arm and a right leg on there. Head, which you don't have either of them. Right. Scrap you. Significant difference to my carry weight, I'm sure. Tidy up a bit. Need to tidy up a bit. Sneak. Melt some stuff. Just to pop back into my inventory so that I can dump it in my stash rather than have to carry it around, because as soon as I fast travel it will jump in anyway. See anything out the door, but nope, didn't really think so. Wish every time we came up with death from above completed I actually got some XP for it. Quest completed thing's a bit a daft thing. No little thing, but wouldn't mind if they did something about that either. What have I got that I can get rid of? Because I'm clearly carrying too much crap. Sell a few bits, definitely. Stuff to sell. Some Nuka-Cola in here. Why drink Nuka-Cola when you can use it to blow stuff up? Oh. Roll. Doing that very, very carefully. Trying to pop me back last early today when I woke up. Doing pretty much just that, so. We'll have that though. So that.
Now trading for supplies, ammunition, and gear.
Boys. Silver. Situation's a little
Requisitions
rubbish, but
now available.
find that, but can't afford it.
Ammunition and other supplies available
Likely, but let's have a
here.
gander anyway. See if the chap might possibly have food for sale. I haven't really got the caps to go hunting around other people's camps, so. Right, Ron's work camp. Mount Blair Trading Yard, but that place kind of annoys me. I don't really know why. To the top for Mount Blair, and we'll finish that off. Work much better if I stay on the map. Okay. Darth over here, wasn't there? I think so. So, still under lock and key over there. No letting you out and about yet. No, things are not really slowing down, but the opposite really, but nonetheless. Imagine cabin fever would be something of a legitimate concern at this stage. Right, so this is where I fell through the surface of the world, so go around, shall we? One of the more iconic locations in the game, this, I think. Very, very cool. Definitely some coming, yeah. Trying to decide what to do next at the minute. A possum standing on its hind legs. A lot of possums. Look. Oh, and the fairground horse. Have I got myself stuck again? Oh, for crying out loud, don't give me this. Oh, that's a good sign anyway. And it's all well and good and all sensible and stuff, but so long you can really get away with locking, well, saying that, given where you are, maybe they can actually get away with locking you inside for a lot longer than that, but no. Point at which it becomes a bad idea. Path up that way that doesn't involve me getting stuck in the ground, hopefully, so we'll try that. Yeah, I'm kind of trying to figure out what I feel like building next at the moment. Carrying on that chain of thought, Fairy. I really don't know. Really did like my recent survival camp, so I kind of feel bad about pulling that down. Not the most unusual thing ever, so feeling bad about it, not the camp so much. I think when I eventually get my archery build set up, we'll definitely have a camp like that or something along those lines anyway. Start thinking about sometime after Wastelanders drops. Trying to remember if there's a legendary effect that gives a faster fire rate, isn't there? If there's anything else that'll do it, because this Tommy gun could certainly use one. Fallout 4 again. That's supposed to be like signifying your eyes adjusting, but yikes, a bit much. Vendor bots.
Always one.
Yeah, being able to send bots out to do your shopping for you would be just generally a good thing in life, I think. Die. Combat shotgun. Damn. They put. They're a bit easy when they do that. Bullets may help. Always a pleasure to be helpful. Good idea though, give people ideas and stuff. There we go. There's his melon. Go off a few things people haven't done before, that sort of thing. It obviously gets harder and harder as time goes on. Of course we are. Upstairs. The glue. Never really registered what that is in there. Dark when I end up here anyway, it's gonna...
Only us must get.
There we go. Second time's a charm. Really? Dodge this. Any minute now. Any minute now. There we go. So does that firework gonna go off? Guess it did. Never go back to a lit firework or a fusion powered vehicle that you think might be about to explode. Need the head, don't I? Yeah, just feel like a waste of ammo at that stage. Somewhat annoying. It's not so bad if you've got a weapon, specifically for just sort of taking out low levels, something like that doesn't use particularly valuable ammo. Pop that one bullet in and finish them off, but when you've got something like a double barrel that takes such a long time to reload and only fires 2 shots, it's gonna feel like overkill anyway. Where I picked that up, but okay. Oh, so that's where the miner's locker was, eh? Take it to level. Thing that we wanted. Look at what I actually want to get. Backpack. What do you call what do you call a porcupine love affair? A murder suicide. Got commando at the moment. Anything else that's interesting on the automatic guns line? Maybe. Working in gunsmith wouldn't hurt. Down that road is probably the way to go. Where am I? Right now. Found a reload faster, have better hip fire accuracy. That wouldn't be bad. But rifleman, that's non-automatic. Fine. First bet. Putting armor wouldn't be a bad idea. Wood gunsmith. We'll go ground pounder though. Stick with the plan. Nice. No, I'm just going to max that out as well. Always good. Move our build in the right direction anyway. Yeah, it was perhaps not the best timing for that, really. But what can you do, I suppose? Situation is kind of in no way similar, but I'll be house sitting for my mother in over the summer. It's I'm happy to do, obviously, but look after her cats and stuff. But been stuck in her house for a week, a couple of days anyway. Going to be less than fun, so I'm breaking out the PS4 for that one. It's going to get chucked straight in a bag. Infinitely more portable than the PC is. Take that up there and just play through some of the stuff I haven't managed to get finished. I've got a few games that'd be fun to play. Have yet to get very far with. But I'd imagine I'd get through a lot of games, to be honest, if I was stuck inside as long as you have. Was the point I was working towards. Okay. Thought they fixed that.
Overseer's personal journal. I found him. Evan. He's down there. Just like I thought he'd be. But I didn't think he'd be one of those things, the green lesions on his face that... Oh, God. I did this to him.
Might be a stretch.
It's all my fault. They told me I could have Vault 76, but not if I was married. They would have had to give Evan a spousal exemption and give him space in the vault. but there was someone more qualified. A civil engineer, someone with the skills to help rebuild. He was a distant cousin of a Vault-Tec executive and almost made the cut. 76 was for the best and brightest, and Evan didn't qualify. Deep down, I knew they were right. So I broke off the engagement. I sacrificed him for the Vault, for Appalachia. I know what I have to do, but I just can't. I love him. I already killed him once. I can't do it again. Please. I gave 76 everything. You were all so brilliant. The first few years were hard, but we learned to trust each other. You learned to trust me. I was young. So young. Younger than most of you. But you accepted me as your overseer. So I need you to do this for me. Let Evan rest. He didn't deserve any of this. The Scorched, eliminating this plague, it's not just about survival now. It's personal. We have to secure the nukes. Wipe this disease off the map.
That kind of hard. Still wonder how she'd tell that's Evan as opposed to anybody else. There's a hole in the glass there, but I don't suppose I can poke my shotgun through it and fire. Yes, that's why I tried to press the latch button. Oh, good swing. Didn't help me much though. And there we go. Get a combat armor left leg. Dear Evan. Oh, a mutant one as well. Well, I'm not mutated, but also slightly less good than whatever I've got right now. What's on my left leg right now? 30 metal. Big 3. I don't know. Don't need any. Manic, because why wouldn't I want one of those? Frankly, I'd rather have a desk fan than a Manic. Can just see him through the window. Yeah. To be honest, being able to do that doesn't surprise me. That makes sense. Not being able to do that also doesn't surprise me. Or wouldn't surprise me. One of those. Oh well. Very dead now. So, that basically brings us to the conclusion of, unless I felt like going over there, the ash heap for now. Commando card with a sniper image, yeah. Some of them are a little odd like that, aren't they? There was a workbench in one of these spots, wasn't there? No, not again. Okay. It's just getting stuck on the terrain, not stuck in the terrain. That's a different matter. We can live with that. Come on. Workbench costing. There it is. Wish that was a more viable weapon as well. It's because it's like bonkers and weird, and having that element of being able to use weird weapons is kind of fun. Viably use weird weapons. Over. Oh my, quite some way over. Gain 10 pounds of strength. Going to get £10 of strength anyway, though, am I? Some miracle I can find some buff out, or... Well, would you look at that? That's unbelievable. Oh my god. Asking you shall receive, eh? Yes, dude, Cyberpunk does look really, really interesting, and I am very much looking forward to playing that. I will be all over that like a bad rash. It also comes out on my birthday, which is even cooler. There you go. Meant to be or something. I have no idea, to be honest. Don't know anything about that one, I'm afraid, Thomas. Somebody else might, though. Another question is, how much is it when it's on offer? Talking on offer and still like 20 quid, or talking on offer and like 1 quid? Hear a wolf running around somewhere. Can't see him. Apparently mistrustful of. Fog. Go in there. I knew there was something else I wanted to stop. We're over to the right. I need many fusion cores in a hurry then. Doing good. Linear or too linear, I suppose, is the question. If you enjoy it and you get 10 hours of playing time out of it, that's a quid an hour. It's not a bad deal, but 10 hours of fun out of it, I suppose. But yeah, playing RimWorld. Seen a little bit of that. It's not really my thing, I don't think, but whether it's not that long left early access, beta, some combination of those.
Without the proper supplies.
Always a cool time.
Be sure to stock up while you can. If you have supplies to trade, I can be
Bit of cash.
service.
It was only £2, but you'd rather just watch it. I think I've picked Soma up at some point. I think. Tell you what platform, man. Actually, I think it might have been free on Epic a little while ago. Might be where I got it. Yeah. Imagine that being a thing. So, we are level 20. Journey will now take us north towards top of the world. Dum-de-dum. Struggling to make a decision here as to which route to take. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to head here and explore around here because I think there's some stuff that was quite cool that I might want to look into as a possible build location. Oh, that'd be annoying. I don't know, you'd think if the mods are in the right folder, irrespective of what it's called, so long as the game's looking in the right place for it, you should be fine. Good. But good game, that one, though. Very different as far as a sort of medieval RPG goes in its approach. Can't remember how far I got with it. Maybe like half, 2/3 of the way through it. Somewhat tired of it, I think. A little samey. Probably had something to do with me focusing on everything but the main story, I suspect, though. We call it running better than it did at launch, though, so there's that. Patches have gone a long way. Good concept. Quite impressively historically accurate in some ways. Now that's what I mean, if I... Well, what the hell? Oh, it's just a tick. Oh, that was a bloody rad skip in for a minute. Shouldn't really need to change game files, or the folder name. If you're looking at the folder. So, as long as it's the right folder, putting the mods in there should just mean it works. Spot there with something going on, but it's not. Yeah, if you put them in the right folder, irrespective of what it's called, then the game should already be looking in the right place, if it's working at all. Should mean the mods work. Theory. Of course, as they say, everything works in theory. Look where this path was going to lead. Okay, we're alright. Yeah. Saving system was something of an issue. Or a mixed issue. I think from what I recall they made it considerably more manageable in subsequent patches, because people just said it was, we like the idea but the results are just too brutal. Yeah. I got severely run over. Fell through the surface of the earth. And they decided to try and pull the out. No, this whole thing seems a bit weird. Appropriate, but oh, I say you're using software to install the mods with. Will make it a bit more difficult. You do manual install the mods, you'd be okay, but if you're using a loader or an installer to do it for you, cause issues. Quickly do a thing. Nodes, please. Ah. I think that'd be more accurate. It's definitely welcome. Yeah, I suspect that would be the easiest solution to the problem for you. Find out how to manually install the mods. Shouldn't be too difficult. It's usually just a case of copy pasting into the right folder. You have to look up what the right folder is. Saying that, I played it without mods not long ago, and it wasn't too much of a problem. So I know what you mean about the saving system, but it has been changed with patches and stuff, so it's not so bad. Bowie knife, but okay. They just shot the guy in the butt, or possibly I did, I'm not quite sure which. Oh, I did. Whoops! I assumed it was just the Raider's sense of humour, but it looks like just me firing an automatic weapon. Place Cliff Watch, is it? Around here though, I've seen very cool camp locations. Remember that. All too well, because I want to build a camp up here somewhere. Off, dude. Have a good night. Hopefully I'll catch you next week. I'm hoping a combination of videos and streams should be significantly higher over the next fortnight. That'll get me back into the swing of things, so I've got 2 weeks off work, so do watch the space. Either way, thank you for hanging out. Hope you've enjoyed yourself. You enjoy your weekend as well. We're in here. Somewhere very cool. Build, but I can't where it is now. Funnily enough, the camps that were in the area are no longer here to give me directions. The spot I'm looking for is an unmarked location, which makes life a little bit more difficult. I think it's just over here, though. Cool. I don't know if it's going to be really very practical to build in. I think there might be a lot of rubbish here that might make it a bit difficult. I've just decided what I want to do. Just had an idea pop into my head, possibly inspired a little bit by this, which makes the trip worthwhile in and of itself, but I think I might know what I want to build now. Pull it off, it will be cool. A little non-conventional as well, which is always nice. I think you're probably right on that, to be fair. Though hell knows when, probably not for at least a year plus, but yeah, I would imagine the day will come. Hello, friend. Stay there while I shoot you. Thank you. I imagine the day will come where there'll be a big expansion that adds new areas to them outside of the existing map. How are you going to traverse them is the million-dollar question. Oh, there's that floating in there. Like a basket, or possibly some ropes. Maybe the top of a post of some kind. I wonder if put something here for wastelanders. That's just an error. Easy to see in the daytime. Yeah, said before, like, apart from the bridge to Point Pleasant here, that would open up this area, which would be cool. And not knowing the geography, I can't really say much beyond that. But that looks like a viable option for the map. This area kind of goes on. We also know Harper's Ferry is way further out in reality in somewhere this general direction. Off the side of the map and got squished back in to be here. So as to exactly what's down here that they haven't already used. Also, gaps up here that could just expand. Nice gap in the mountains here that could also continue on. That's just for starters. Could also maybe expand the train network and have somebody get a train going and take you to a whole other place. I can make this into a viable camp or not. Didn't look awful. Stuff dumped on the bed does not help. Imagine you find a lot of people wanting to glitch a mattress in through it otherwise. You could actually sleep on it. See? Then of course if you do, I mean, I suppose you could build out here stuff down to clear up some of the crap on the floor. This thing will probably, whether it stays or goes, I don't know, but I'd probably prefer it to stay. Got a little campsite kind of fireplace ready-made here. Don't know if you could manage to glitch a fire into it or not, though. Try sometime. Fine. Can't imagine there was a right lot up there. Surprised they're able to get out there. I'm sure there's an upper limit beyond which there simply is nothing programmed to exist, so maybe they have got plans to put something up there eventually. Which is to scrap stuff. Yes. I've had a bit of a nosy around the top end just above the Savage Divide before now. Yeah, it looks cool, but there's not much there. Apart from, yeah, trees and stuff. Actually, once you get a little bit beyond the edge of the map. Whew. Man. Alrighties. So now there's private dinner that will just come running right at me if I stay here. Like this. Nice. I feel like some creatures are more likely to spawn meat than others, and mole rats are one of them. Pittsburgh's a fair bit further north of Virginia, isn't it? As far as I can recall. A little bit more to the east. Not really a problem, especially if you go with the train option. But I think the big reason they wouldn't do that. Oh, hello, she's huge. Crikey. Wasn't prepared for that at all. Yeah, I think the big reason they wouldn't do Pittsburgh is the pit DLC for Fallout 3 is set there. Sort of. Not that I wouldn't mind going back and seeing it again, but can't see them doing that. They'll go somewhere new. Well, I'm sure there are plenty of options further north or further west. I did not have to think about that at all. What are you talking about? The only problem is with going further afield, as I say, is then you've got to interact with something, pass through load zones and move on, and it kind of changes the nature of the game a bit. Puts you in almost like a separate world, a separate server. Everyone else, a separate experience. Not necessarily impossible or anything, but not necessarily the vibe that Thursday might be going for. Saying that, the perspective on these things has changed in recent months, so roundabouts. Don't mind me, I'm just waiting for my legs to start working again. I'll come over and shoot at you. I like it when that happens.
Human, let's play.
Come on then, buddy. Over here, you twit. And I got him. I think I got him that time. Well, that time. Some of the ammo back for a trouble. Came here for workbenches, and now look. Been through the place pretty much clean though recently. Yeah, like new cars. Another good example. Hello. Be fun, pick it up. Kind of the c.a.m.p pick it up equivalent for Fallout, isn't it? Oh, well. Oh. There we go. Hiding behind that wall was more effective than I thought it was going to be. Virtually. Bullets back out of that guy's corpse as well. Thought I saw a super mutant there, didn't I? Imagination. Oh, there's one. Got him. Quite sure what he's doing there, but very effective. There's a weird thing about this game that I don't quite get. Somehow this guy has ended up in a bin. His feet sticking out of the bottom. Yeah, weird thing I don't quite get. Can't walk through something standing up. Can't get through it crouched either. You wonder what the point of crouching is, really. Bit of an odd thing, that. Seems just way simpler to program it and for the servers to deal with and stuff. Yes, but a bit weird nonetheless.
Let's play, little human.
Hey, ain't little. Perfectly average sized.
Head.
Yes. You had one, now you do not. Yeah, it would just be typical that just as soon as your somewhat unlimited leisure time evaporates,
You move too much.
put the best possible spin on that I can think of. Excuse me. But, yeah, it would just be typical that just at that moment is exactly when all the games drop. Steam's on 20th of March and some other stuff around about then. Although, from what I understand, quite a lot of the games that are most closely in competition with stuff Bethesda are bringing out have actually been delayed from the first half of the year into the second. It's a more significant proportion than you might think. That they're kind of feeling all alone by bringing something out pre-E3. Bad way, I'm sure, but... So, you sneaky git. Well, that's what these are all for. I don't know why the car's there. Blown up like that, but... nonetheless... I had it in my head that there was...
Such puny hits.
Got him that time. I'm not sure I dare go over to that thing. Call it. And airdrop, just in case it triggers the bug again. It does seem to be pretty good against mutants, yeah. When I actually hit them.
You disappear.
I'll coin flip it in a minute. We intended to play fair. Stay there, buddy.
Come out wherever you are.
Certainly works well enough when you can get a headshot on him.
Kill.
As well as I was hoping for there. Get him. You guys are going to end up as a pistol marksman. If I wind up with not being sure what I want to do with spare, perks and stuff later on, I think I may pile them. Get my words out. Hard again. Into pistols, just so that special becomes that much more brutal. Maybe have a look at some other options as well. I like having the Somerset Special with a snub barrel, even though it's kind of less good that way. A little bit more in keeping with the character build. I actually know where that is. It's one of the few ones that I do know where it is. Broke many of those down, because good thing about the hunting rifle, you tend to get just about every grade for it you can get. Just very, very short order. No red rocket around here. Water range station, which is kind of annoying. The White Spring, I suppose. Do list. Not that far from here. Wondering why that's there if somebody sits here and shoots out. Supposed to push it off, but just kind of blowing themselves up. Yeah, Tommy Gun does have a very slow fire rate, and it is quite frustrating. Thing I want to work on when I get the chance. But if you're going to play a mobster type build, you kind of have to shoot a Tommy Gun. Guess that means that somebody's launching a nuke somewhere, but getting the usual notification. That's got to be a nuke launch. Weird. Head over the White Springs this way. Kind of a drag. Option. The other options are kind of sucky. Plus travelling back to camp's not really going to be a thing. The White Springs is the right general direction. I kind of want to decide on somewhere to move my camp to, though. The other problem. But I need to start pushing off into the Savage Divide anyway, so this region, probably my old standby, I reckon. Be the place to go. 'Cause, 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 Wearing that anymore. Yep. Pity there isn't an invisible skin for the backpack as well, so you can have all the benefits without having to have it visible if it doesn't fit with your outfit. You. Yeah, it's not a bad way of doing it. Don't blame me for not wanting to get gold, but I kind of understand, you know, in the sense that if you were going to do it, this would be about as good a time as you're going to get. Well, thank you very much, dude. Very appreciated. Well, we've got a healthy number on there already. Be pleased with that. Can't complain. Handy things now that YouTube have decided to make their live streaming dashboard a little more usable. Icons up here I haven't seen before. I'm not going to bother clicking that one or that one, but apparently they've got facilities in there to create highlight clips, or for me to do that. The trick would be to find a way not to get sued for having a leaf out of Twitch's book and make it so you guys can do that if you want to. Facility for that, but doing it without getting sued by Amazon might be a bit of a challenge. Though in the grand scheme of things, Google versus Amazon is not a court battle anybody wants to see going on. Vast waste of money, ultimately. Yeah. Also, some more outfits that it would work well with would be cool as well, to be fair. Highlight one thing there that I would really like to see changed. Don't know how clearly you guys can really see this on the stream, but if you have a look at all the trees, particularly the trunks, some of them, like that, aren't too bad if they're in direct sunlight, but anything that isn't in direct sunlight, particularly if I go into photo mode, off the depth of field, you can really see, like, a lot of the blacks are utterly crushed. There's no detail there, no depth of field, no dynamic range rather. Although that's not a bad photo, apart from the blacks. And it really bugs the crap out of me because when you actually can't either do anything with it or look at the photo later, the black parts really stick out. Really like to see Bethesda doing something about that. There's a good photo, but I think it's probably better from the top of that hill up there. Take one of the air sheep. Yeah. That bugs the crap out of me, that particular little detail, because there's not even anything to do about it if I want to clean it up afterwards. There's nothing there to recover. Yeah, I can imagine that would work with the raider outfit, but more sort of wanderer of the wasteland, practical type of clothing would probably work with it. And the options on that front are not monumentally brilliant, really. Wouldn't be surprised if this is a location that gets occupied when Wastelanders rolls around. barbed walking cane muds do seem to be absolutely everywhere. Yeah. Be very surprised if that doesn't end up being an occupied location when the time comes. That little refrain there, music has got to be one of the most recognisable ones from the whole of this game. I'll not miss that. Noticed that one before. It's kind of tucked up and out of the way, but I found it because I was hanging around in this area, sort of moving up in this general direction, looking to see if there's somewhere around here I could build. Stumbled across it. I was looking for places sort of in between roads and stuff at the time. This isn't a bad spot. Reasonably open and flat. Just around the corner from the White Springs, especially once you get over here. That. But just about the flattest piece of ground in the whole damn game. It is. Am I where I think I am? Well, I'm closer to where I want to be than I was, anyway. See, this is clearly working quite well, but down like that, maybe nothing can get underneath it. Probably can still. Put it like that. Hopefully we've got a view out the window. Yes, I have. Also do this. It's the idea of building in a plus shape, but it does mean I'll put some defences in place. I've decidedly mixed feelings about doing that. I've been very glad of them last time. I don't think this is going to be the most commonly attacked area ever, but already see what way around my turret's facing there. It's fine, just do it. I think it works just fine from this side. Whatever works. True. Where are we? I need to catch up with you guys a second now, but too busy concentrating on what I was doing. What? 2 tables. Second, I'll bang these in nice and quick and then we'll be done. See that crap. Oh no, you're just doing it to be pedantic. Not fooling anybody, game. Oh, it's called a table, you twit. It had more support when you didn't want to place it than when it did. Tended to be a pretty build. As it works, they're coming downhill, so should be able to shoot over just fine. Table up, thank you. I don't think the game does it just to wind me up. Right, victory is mine. Da-da-da! Sweet time. So, where were we? Backpack. Good. Yeah, the free states. Not keen on the free states, guys. No, they had potential, but didn't actually work out. I think some of them, yeah, didn't work out that well, right? I think some of the new factions will be a bit more interesting. Hopefully we'll get some more themed stuff once Wastelands has dropped, so. Do have a few cool bits and pieces though, particularly via the Atomic Shop now, so there is that. Yeah, I can imagine you'll get a lot of trouble off the Mothman cultists if you're in that area, Jacko. Probably a good time to consider moving, yeah. I'd imagine it's still £35 because Wastelands is just around the corner. And they can do that. Also, it depends on what platform you're on. Of course, they're waiting for sales and things like that. I think when it comes to Settlers versus Raiders, on a personal level, I'd probably come down on the Settlers, everybody working together thing. I think if the Raiders didn't want to turf them out, the Settlers would probably be just as happy to work with them, but then they wouldn't be Raiders. So there's that. But from what I gather, from what Bethesda said, a lot more people played Settlers than Raiders in the PCS. So I will probably go the other direction, assuming that trend continues, and then I'm doing not the same thing as everybody else in short. Gonna sort of see the other side of it from me, which hopefully will be a good plan. But I will do the Settlers as well. I think the plan is to have this character who is my mobster-themed Tommy gun user. Go down the raider route and hopefully be a higher level by the time we get there, fingers crossed. I need to put some time and effort in, really. And then to flip that over, start a new character and get that experience, because high level versus low level tend to have different experiences apparently, and then go down the archery route and the settler side of things with that character. So I think that's my plan. I wonder whether or not you can actually complete the Wastelanders story without picking a side, though. You're saying one on each side and then the rest down the middle there, Thomas, but it's one of those. It kind of implied that in order to progress through the story you've got to pick a side eventually, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Find out on April 7th, I suppose. Shortly afterwards. I can see why a raider or somebody in general would get quite bitter about just being left behind. Everybody else going, ha, more for us. Not really a bright idea. You'd be more mocking them, like, great, just rush out on your own, leave me behind, and that's one less pair of hands. You got to do more yourself. Although why they didn't just bang on the door, I don't know. The open cinema at Fallout 1. It's been a long time since I watched that, so I can't really comment on that. Yeah, name release date for Vampire. End of the year, start of next year, probably, from the tone of what they've been saying recently. We'll have to see. I don't think we're going to see NPCs for any existing factions, like the Responders or the Brotherhood or the Free States. But I think we'll see NPCs for... well, we are going to see NPCs for new factions moving in. And like the Brotherhood would be a prime example of somebody who definitely wouldn't be in, because they've got their the way they're set up currently. Like, this was a group of soldiers who were already in the area and ended up in contact with Max and became Brotherhood of Steel via radio, basically. Whereas now that they are long dead, any new Brotherhood of Steel people would have to either be Vault 76 dwellers or sent over from Mariposa, which is a fair distance away, I think. Quite sure what part of the world that's actually in, but either way, it's quite a long way from West Virginia anyway. Well, I realise it's in the US, obviously, but... So, I would guess it would just be new factions, not old ones. Yeah, that's true. At least some of them had the right idea. The whole thing was a bit disorganised and weird with Senator... what's his name? Blackwell, was it? I don't remember. Anyway, you know the guy I mean. You have to hunt him down to get access to the Enclave's bunker, so... Like, that thing was all a bit weird. It was supposedly Free States, but supposedly not, but kind of not at the same time. It's strange. Yeah, I think I vaguely remember that. Is it a responder NPC or is it a player? Or is it, I don't know, I can't remember, so... But you never know. I could be wrong. Would be cool. Responders are a possibility more than anything else, but I wouldn't think many survived, so... progress there in terms of having materials to work with. To be honest, I've been pointedly avoiding that dude since this game came out. To be honest, I have no idea what he's been up to. I am particularly bothered either, if I'm completely honest. I just... Yes, I have cocked up there. Oh well. Well, where's our new rug? There it is. New rug is bigger than I thought it was. I'll fit that in straight. Must fit in straight. Does, but for the furniture I've got in the way. Oh well, we'll do like that. Set the place on fire, but there we go. Bit of a blood stain on there, but it's all good. That I'm not keen on either, defaulting to third person even though you still appear to be in first person every time you go into the build menu. Yeah, that's a fair point. Although, how much is programming it and how much is just knowing how to operate it? I'm perfectly capable of setting all of this up, but could I design the software that does all this? Hell no. But, one of those really, isn't it? Really want... the view, so I guess somewhere around here would be the place to build if I want to put anything. That side. Obscured the view anyway. Floors there, do I? Visions. I have alternative options there, so. got in the way of generators? I want to set up some vending machines, but I can't even remember where the hell they are right now. There we are. Require 3 power. Okay. So, the question... I have a plan, sort of. Particularly elegant, but I have a plan. Pretty going to be visible, so it doesn't really need to be that elegant, I suppose. Just needs to be functional more than anything. So. Vendors. Master plan of mine is going to work. Do it. I may have hacked this up ever so slightly, but I think we can work around that. Yeah. Plan, hopefully, if this works. Get in there, get in there. There we go. Question here. Can I turn this off actually? Should be able to. Maybe that's a 76 thing that I've not actually encountered before. One turns off now. One at the far end, I think. There you are. Yep, that's the way we want it. Did want to turn these off really, but there's a slight issue of how do I get in here if I... Yeah, I was trying to think of how I'm going to get in and wire them back up again, but since I haven't got a particularly present answer for that one, we'll avoid getting ourselves into a situation we can't get ourselves back out of. Walls. No, roofs. No other things will go on the top. Yep, fine with that. Tapping out of rhythm. Walls. Now, let's just put that there. That looks like the way forward, I think. Right, calm down. Ta-da! Small thing I should probably have done. Let's see. Lights, okay. Not so bad. I thought this might be a bit more ridiculously bigger. I'm concentrating way too much here. Stop playing it. Stop working. Reasonable without power to them, but so if I want power to them, I'm going to need a connector of some kind. Will be under power connectors, just as soon as I could see the damn thing. There they are. Yep. Nothing for sale right now, but it's there. They do have a practical approach to sideways shops, but they're not the best looking things. I need a sign on top of that, I think. Do I have a sign on top of that? Oh, really? Better miscellaneous structures are what I'm thinking of, if I even have access to these things anyway. Oh. If I've got any like the Nuka-Cola billboards or anything like that, I don't know if I ever got around to picking those up. Not to have done. If I did, where the heck are they? Been in there. Help her in here, but... I think I did pick them up. Means I need some... Well, there's some billboards anyway. I need something there. Interesting. Plan has arrived. That wasn't the plan, though. That's the plan. Now the right way around, please. Being a butt just for the sake of it. God damn it. Huh, did not realise that. Pretty sure that's not part of the plan, but... We'll get this done and then we'll wrap up, I guess. Pretty ideal that they're gonna go in there, isn't it? Go in the middle, that'll probably work. Quite so ridiculous. Although it doesn't really fit in the middle, so like that then, I guess. Further back. That kind of works, actually. I can live with that. That hides the ugliness of the whole thing. That came out well. Scorchbeard's flopping around over there. There's a bit of clipping going on, but you can access that. That's fine. Probably do is try and shunt it a little bit more to the right. Not so much of an issue, but... Yeah, as good as it's going to get. Too shabby. I need some lights on it now, though. Still have. Yeah, I do. Cool. There's always something else, you know. That's because I'm right at the end. Duh. Lights. Where be the lights? Ah, balls. Oh well, I haven't got what I want anyway, so I'll have to stay as is. Well, server's about to shut down, and it's going to keep ticking at me like that. I guess this is probably about the time to wrap up for the evening. Did wonder why the tunes weren't starting there. Now we're good to go. Evening to you, how you doing? kind of caught us right at the tail end, unfortunately. Servers are about to shut down, so apparently. Random middle of the night maintenance, which is a little unexpected, but what can you do? Ah. Funny thing is, Nightbot managed to beat you, and it's only, that's, as far as I'm aware, the first post Nightbot's put in as well. How are you doing though? Hope you're well. So far back on my drinking it. Yeah, it is odd. Guess there's something going on. It would be funny if it turned out there was some new cheat or exploit they were trying to deal with, especially as they just mentioned the other day that they've got methods in place to speed up dealing with those so they don't have to take the servers down and stuff. But who knows? God knows what it could be. Kitty doing well. Yeah, hell knows. I do know it's apparently throwing a wobbler. Task manager as soon as Fallout won't actually finish closing. Yeah. Pick. Can't say I've heard anything, but doesn't mean there isn't anything. That could well be the problem there. We will see, I guess. Twitter, actually. Fine, why not just PC I'm sat in front of? That'd be clever, wouldn't it? Oh well. Card is trending, apparently. Surprised, it was a darn good episode. Favourite so far, I think, in fact. Yeah, cheers, Ed. Per usual, obviously, the VOD will go up if you want to catch up on it. Yeah, it's about typical that. Finally make it and get home, and then, yeah. End of stream. Not entirely by my choice. We're on for at least another half hour or so, anyway. But Ghost of Tsushima, which seems to be the only thing talked about at the minute. Apparently it's 8 years since Mass Effect 3 came out. I'll chill for a bit, chatter. I want to get a drink, go to the bathroom, that stuff before too terribly long. Yeah. I should also move. I put my back out when I literally injured myself getting out of bed today. You know, it's a flying start to the day. But yeah, stretched my back point in an unusual way, so I suppose at least variety is the spice of life. But yeah, so either way, sitting here for extended periods of time is probably not the best. Where are Fox up to then? I say that's cheating, but that's not cheating at all. That's Skyrim. Hey, those are some really weird looking Fallout shots. Yeah, they are. Can you exploit, possibly? Much on Twitter. I wonder if there's anything on Reddit. Well, this is going to be a total can of worms, but Fallout Reddit it is. Well, I tend to avoid the main Fallout Reddit because it's just... Well, sometimes it's great, but sometimes it really brings out the worst in people, so... Yep. Third post is already somebody mania. Enough. General Fallout one. So let's see if there's a... Let's try that one specifically. So, there's Bethesda. Suggestion about the surprise vote, which is not a bad idea. Complaining about the shish kebab. Complaining that plans have weight, but I'm pretty sure they don't. That's a favourites wheel, wouldn't be a bad idea. Doesn't seem to be anything on the top of there. Plane's going to throw anything at me, but I doubt it. Evening, how we doing? Suspiciously, like Drew said, trying to make a video out of nothing. I don't entirely blame him for, but stretching it a little bit. Sympathise, but I'm not seeing anything Fallout related on here. Interesting anyway. Oh well, who knows? Can't say I'd expect to see him returning on this channel. Although I do need to jump back into the Old Republic at some point, so who knows? Not that playing Gungan is an option now, but still, I do need to pick that up again at some point. Sort of wrapping up at the moment, to be honest. We're just been basically booted out of 76 for some kind of emergency maintenance, so no, definitely not ordering pizza. I actually did order takeaway today, funnily enough, though. Although weirdly, we went down a pie route. The new pie shop opened up. It's actually not bad. But yeah. A lot of Reddit pages fandoms best avoided. You're not wrong there. Yeah. It's the same thing when you put a lot of people in any one area. That was in, well, in public gatherings, things like that. They tend to, for want of a better phrase, self-radicalise. You kind of latch onto a thing and then take it to the biggest extreme you can, which can either be a good thing or a bad thing. But groups make themselves by their by their very own nature sort of more extreme, just as a product of having group identity. So that's why you get things like that on Reddit. It's the same principle anyway. But it happens at like rallies and stuff like that, and public gatherings and protests and things. To a degree, same principle applies. But you know, what can you do? The settlements subreddit, to be fair, is not too bad. You get the odd moan in there, but mostly it's just people saying, "Hey, look at this cool thing I built." So that's definitely a good way of looking at it. Yeah, can you imagine what it'd be like if you were working as a member of the community team then? You're on the receiving end of that crap for your job. God, no, I wouldn't do that. I admire the people who have, but brave of them. Especially the people who've joined the Bethesda community team quite publicly recently. Very brave of them to literally walk right into the firing line there. But I wouldn't rush to. Yeah, that's a fairly prime example there, Thomas. That's the point where you just kind of have to walk off and bang your head on a wall for a while, really, isn't it? To be fair, I can't say I've seen many of them, but then I wouldn't describe myself as a Whovian either, so swings and roundabouts. I enjoy it on occasion, although some of the more recent series... I haven't seen the newest Doctor, though, so I should probably give her a shot. Didn't really enjoy Peter Capaldi, though. Not that he was bad, I just didn't particularly enjoy his style. Actually, that's not unique to Doctor Who either, actually. There's a couple of things I've seen him in there. I wasn't particularly a fan of his style. He was a bit typecast, though, in that regard, so it is what it is. Such is the way of things. Well, folks, I think it's about time I got out of this chair, got myself a drink, stretched my legs and all that good stuff. So, I think I'll move towards wrapping things up. Bit of a surprise for the dramatic end there. I mean, unexpected, by the way, off you go. But, yeah, it is what it is. Hopefully, it ends up being a good thing. Let's see what Bethesda have to say on it, if anything. Keep an eye on their Twitter. Who knows, they may say nothing. Might be something on the Bethesda support pages, we'll see. Or on the forums, maybe, but I'm not going to wade through the whole lot right now. Every episode except the last classics and then cope with it. That is a lot of time. Is that the last couple of months, dude? Guessing the last few weeks. You could probably do that. Yeah, they could definitely do with an overhaul, I should imagine, by now. But times change. Yeah. As Bethesda have certainly had a few missteps in the last 18 months or so. A few things they could have handled better, or they just flat bollocksed up. But they are quite happy to admit that themselves and generally continue to work to be better. But there's a lot of abuse gone their way that was unbalanced, unreasonable, and frankly some of it really quite personal, which is not on really either. One thing criticising a company, but when your abuse starts to get personal, maybe crossing a little bit of a line there. Which a lot of people did. I know Pete Hines has very recently, not, woe is me kind of a thing, but he's politely alluded to the level of personal abuse he received in the wake of Fallout 76, which is perfect subway watching. Yeah, that's not a bad one. Yeah, he did get a lot of personal stick, and he was avoiding moaning about it too much, but at the same time pointing out that he wasn't best pleased about it, and why would he be, who would be? Yeah, I bet it took months. 50 plus years worth of Doctor Who, minus, it's probably around about the 50 plus years. I think it's probably run on for more than the time it was off air. It was 10, 15 years it was off air for, so 20 years maybe. That's pretty mad. Still, keep you busy. Pass those journeys. Anyhow, I am going to wrap this one up now because I definitely need to get out this chair if nothing else. So thank you all for hanging out this evening. I do hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Next couple of days I am back in Purgatory as usual, so things will be a little slow for a few days, but as of Monday I have got 2 weeks off, so with the exception of my friend coming to visit in the middle of that, we should have plenty of streams and videos and all manner of good things going on. So, bell notification icons, all that good stuff. Very much appreciated. If you want to catch up, it'll be around about the usual time in the evening over here, so do watch this space for that. Of course, I'll put notifications out on Twitter, which will then jump across to Facebook if you prefer that. And if I remember, I'll try and put Instagram stories up for it as well, so hopefully you'll get a little prompt there if you happen to be on that. Red version. Yeah. Can't see them going back and trying to do that, though. That would be a huge project. Anyhow, yep, as per usual, all the stuff down in the description if you want to catch up with me in other places. Like, subs, etc. if you haven't already, always very much appreciated. And thank you for hanging out. I do hope you've enjoyed yourselves. I'm going to take a load off my back and get a fresh beverage because that coffee cup's very empty. Either way, enjoy the rest of your weekend, folks. Have fun. And I look forward to hanging out with you all in the beginning of next week. Have a good one. See you soon.